Hi, and welcome to episode 5 of my series about the Pyara region, a fakemon region inspired by Pakistan. We spent a lot of time in the great outdoors, enjoying nature, but enough of that now. Let's get into some urban Pokemon. Kicking things off for this episode, let's talk about one of the most distinctive things about Pakistan, the jingle trucks. Truck art in South Asia is very popular, and truckers across Pakistan will often decorate their trucks with gorgeous elements such as murals, ornaments and jewellery to bring a little piece of home with them on long journeys. I remember being absolutely floored by the realisation that every truck in the country looked like the coolest thing ever, and honestly it still kind of blows my mind. Every truck! Combining jingle trucks and dinosaurs, here we have Triceratops. This design takes common visuals from Pakistani truck art and puts them on a ceratopsian base. This steel dragon type would also be available in 3 different colours. Next up we have a staple of every region, the Pikaclone. Here's Raiguma, an electric ghost raccoon Pokemon. The ghost type represents it as a sneaky thief rather than an undead spirit. More like phantom thief than phantom. I'm also really proud of the name. The Japanese word for a raccoon, as in not a raccoon dog, is Araiguma, which means washing bear, but take a letter off the front of that and you get Rai, which means lightning. Phew, all this info dumping is making me all hot and bothered. I think I need to cool down with a nice cold treat. So, I absolutely adore the Vanilla line, and so does my cat Sushi. They're just so pleasant and charming. James Turner really knocked it out of the park with these little guys. And ice cream is another thing I associate with Pakistan, specifically Kulfi. It's made of sweetened, condensed milk, firmer than normal ice cream and often flavoured with things like pistachios and saffron. Kulfi is an essential part of any trip to Pakistan, hitting the spot on a hot day, which is most of them. So I knew I had to make a vanilla line based on it. Introducing the first Pyaran regional form, Pyaran Vanillite, which evolves into Pyaran Vanillish. They're ice fairy type now, which we'll say is because of their rose flavouring. These Pokemon have adapted to Pyara's climate by having a denser molecular structure, increasing their defensive capabilities and keeping them safe from melting. They try to help those affected by the hot sun, ready to cool people and Pokemon alike down with their icy powers. I think Vanillish would be the Nurse Joymon of the Pyara region. I wanted to do something special for Vanillish's evolution, both because I love the original line and because Kulfi doesn't really come in doubles like soft serve can. But there is another way you can enjoy Kulfi, with Falooda noodles. So when you give a Pyaran Vanillish some Falooda, you get Falooda. I think this alternate evolution captures a lot of that vanilla spirit while having an identity all its own. It shares 2 heads with its Unovan counterpart, but gains some extra dexterity thanks to its new noodly appendages. Carrying on with giving Unovan one some extra love, what's one thing all cities have in common? Rubbish, and lots of it. Trubbish and Garbodor aren't to everyone's taste, but I love them because my brain is huge. Sushi approves too, but I also introduced Raiguma in this very episode, and that opportunistic little raccoon would probably be a menace to those poor communities of Trubbish in Pyara cities. They need a way to defend themselves, perhaps some sort of armour? Like a can to hold their trash bodies? So, if you give a Trubbish a trash can to hide out in, it evolves into Bincognito. This mon is obviously heavily inspired by Oscar the Grouch, but I think the goofy simplicity of the Trubbish line goes hand in hand with the more muckety aesthetic. And frankly, it would be absolute hubris to think I could do weird guy who lives in a bin better than Jim Henson. Bincognito has abandoned the bag it once wore as a Trubbish in favour of its can, which also gives it the poison steel typing. Wrapping things up, here's the electric psychic Miafo. This mon feeds on electricity and can often be seen in urban areas or around power plants, sucking up enough electrical energy to attract a partner so it can evolve into UFO. Both Miafo are joined as one on a mental and physical level, increasing their electrical capacity and amplifying their psychic powers, allowing them to bulk up their UFOs with an extra arm/blaster each. And when UFO absorbs even more electricity, it can evolve into Azefo. Attracting another partner, the dynamic duo becomes a triple threat, with one of the Miafo taking a leadership role and coordinating the actions of the other 2, who form arms for the now bulked up central body. That's all for this episode. The question of today's episode is, what's your favourite flavour of ice cream? Let me know if you'd add any of the Pokemon featured in this video to your Pyara region team too. Thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll see you next time. Bomb! They're ice fairy now.